Nice. As far as I can tell. Nice. Yeah, so this is interesting. I figured out some things here. Okay, so I'm decided I'm not really that excited about um the let's see here. I'm gonna try. So I'm not that excited about the LinkedIn live. It's kind of a hassle to set up, but it was pretty easy to go live on YouTube. So so that's what I'm focused on. And okay, this is cool. I really like this. How this is working. What I don't completely understand. Okay, now I got it. So now I can see my screen. Okay, this is so good. I'm digging this now. Okay, I'm digging this a lot. And there's some different layouts here. Let's see. There's over this background over the shoulder. Got it. All right, so I'm getting down and dirty with the whole Zoom thing, and this is feeling pretty cool. I've just tried some different things here, and let's see, what do I need here next? And I need to go to okay, so this is recording by default, which is awesome, and I need to go to my music. So cannot have a webinar without music. Um, Collection of my favorite songs. Okay. Mindfulness, meditation, vacation. Wow. Let's see. This is going to be, I just don't love that. There's ambient essentials. What was the, dude, I'm going with folk music. The question is, are they going to be singing? That's not going to work. Well, let's check this and see if you can. Yeah, this is pretty decent. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go with it. So, yeah, today I'm just going to share my screen. And I've got, uh, wait, now it's got me. Wait, where did I go? I went away. Oh, it shows me on the top. I need to go back to, okay, now I came back here. It's weird. Like I went away. So first, I'm going to talk today about Claude and Google Gemini, just because I'm about to dig in and start using Claude. And I'm going to tell you the thing that I'm like, I was trying to use Google Gemini to write an RFP, and I haven't really created anything in Claude, but I can tell you that like Chris McGrath, you know, he and I have been working. Chris is at OCP Station, like super smart guy building an AI platform. Wants to do this RFP for University of Iowa, and I'm like helping and like put stuff in Notebook LLM. Great for getting all the information out. I'm trying to write pieces of this like with Google Gemini and put it into docs, and it's just losing the context. And then Chris takes all the stuff I helped kind of bring together. And I'm not saying like I did all the work and he went and just AI'd it. Like, I've been collaborating, and he takes all this stuff that I've been sort of fumbling with and just throws it, like comes back with this insane like proposal. I'm like, what, I like, okay, Gemini was not going to get there for like a complicated piece of work, and the project concept and being able to have like all your materials together, and Notebook LM kind of gets there. But look, I'm probably going to have to sign up here for Claude, because I just, I think for real hardcore work, it's kind of it's the thing. So anyway, that's that. And then what I really going to talk about today, and I'm not going to spend a bunch of time, these guys at KMF Infotech, met with them. Honestly, there's like 10,000 companies like this, these small IT shops in India, and really like these guys. And they had prospected me about an outbound engine, an outbound engine for LinkedIn. Everybody has these things, and but it's like, hey, I'm working on my own approach to this right now. I have my map, you saw that, and I'm like, okay, and I'm like, hey, look, you guys want to build this for me in 8N and run it? I'll go sell this because this engine, and because I really do think that N8N and the capabilities, it's the for this and from a lot of automation, it's the way to go. Like, I'll go sign up for my own account and tinker with it, but having a partner that can go implement this, where I can design and build and say, hey, let me go solve your business problem. And I really was impressed with the process that they laid out. And so I said, hey, look, I want to do this quickly, so I'm gonna go ahead and like jump ahead a little bit and architect and fine tune a little bit of what they were doing, but the core concepts to me are exactly right on it. I'm going to use my map to talk about that a little bit today, and I'm just do a short session. So this is what I like to do, is draw pictures to explain, complicated things. And it might seem like, hey, wow, this is so simple, but just the work and being able to be in a place to be able to understand this and get to this kind of architecture, and we'll see if this is right. But it even if it's not exactly the map, it provides a framework for how it provides a framework for how for discussion and fine tuning. And to me, this is like invaluable in being able to get this to work quickly and understand what the key nuances are. So to me, like, AI agents, in most cases, they're going to start with like some kind of like agentic little interface, right? It's going to be a chat that has a specific purpose. And in this case, it's going to be, there's a human step. I didn't add the human being, but I'm going to go and I'm going to find, it could be like post, but there's some other ways of doing this. So we might, I think there's going to be different front ends, and it doesn't really matter because, it could be just like a sales navigator URL. It could be a LinkedIn post that gets scraped. There's another way that you can do this, like special kind of follower search that's really good. So there's a lot of ways to find people, and it may be even just like, hey, lists of people. I just don't know personally if AI and relying completely on AI for finding people is the way to go. Like, there's going to be signals and other things, but there's also like human intuition and knowledge that is going to be hard to replace in all cases. And so the next thing, though, is to go get, you get scrape and you get the contacts, enrich them, so you have more information. In my case, I want to run this to HubSpot. So there's a load, some kind of like, the bot's going to go do some work here. And there's just bots that do this, right? They scrape the web, they get information, they get whatever they do, they run some stuff in LinkedIn, they just get all the extra information. And there could be much more complicated waterfall enrichment and all this other stuff here. But for right now, I'm keeping it, simple on the map, load those to HubSpot. And then this part, it's like, okay, there's a manual step that's actually in HubSpot. So you get the contacts, and it would just be like, hey, here's a list of people that just got loaded that you just need to look through and qualify. So everybody's going to come in as a prospect. And I actually did this wrong. It should be prospect. And what is the naming? To me, a prospect is somebody who's very loosely could be these are everybody. And then they become targets once I've said, hey, like, hey, we can qualify them A, B, C, more different. There's all kinds of different ways to do this. And then there's this core sequencer. And to me, this is like what I really liked about the way these guys were showing is it models the stuff that I've done for the last 10 years, really. And that works. There's this kind of core value proposition, messaging, intro sequence. And it could have different steps. It could be like liking somebody's post, following them on LinkedIn. And they're not always the same, but they're generally this sort of like, hey, here's my digital prospecting introduction. And it's a message sequence and it's kind of the warm up, right? And some portion of people are going to engage at this point. And that's awesome, right? But if you're lucky and you get 5%, then you still have this other 95% sitting out there. And this is where the process falls down. And this one just really kind of was an eye opener for me with the guy in the conversation with the guys at KMF. And they had a guy, I gotta go back and get his name. Anyway, he was, anyway, he was the marketing guy, and I really was like, this guy was right on. His insight into where the big issues are and how to execute and solve this problem. I was like, yes, you hit it on the nail on the head. This is really the key. Okay, which is, well, there's two pieces for me. One is like, sending the message, interact, and then checking for replies. Like, this isn't like marketing complicated, but this is actually where N8N comes in. And this is not that easy with LinkedIn. So you can get this data back to HubSpot. It's a big deal. It's worth it. And if you can, and you need, like, this is so important because when you're running LinkedIn, let's say it's scaled up and you've got 5 salespeople. Those are these people's sales accounts, but you want to get that data back into your HubSpot or your CRM environment. And it isn't that easy to do. There's a lot of nuance and complexity that goes into, working with and using these individual accounts. And that's a whole deeper conversation that, we're going to get into as we build this out. But for right now, sorry, I'm just changing the music up. It was good, but it was like so quiet. Yeah, I'm just like folk American. I'm skipping it here. Let's go down to hip hop. It's that world music, get funky. I think one was like, I don't know if there's like, can I right click on these? No, it's just like, it's not brainstorm. That's what I was doing last time. There we go. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to get to the meat of this. I completely got distracted. And this is really the key, right? Okay. So after you get this, it's that other 95%. And it's this intelligent engager. And this was just the eye opener for me, right? Is that what happens is, you're like, I can send this core sequence, and then everybody just sort of moves on, or you forget, or you don't go back. And this is where you're like, this is so absolutely the way this needs to work. Is it, I'm calling this the intelligent engager. Maybe I'll choose name. Is that you have this next step where you're looking at, okay, their profile, a repo of different types of content, what you've sent in the past. And so I think this is going to be like, I actually want to add, oh, my light went out. It's like one technical problem after another here. Jeez. Anyway, can I get through my I'm actually going to add, but I need a shape. Okay, so I've got, I don't want a template. I need to go back to, where's my shapes? I can't remember from the images. There's my shapes. Okay, there's a memory unit. This is what I want. Okay, this is going to be, the prospect. Hold on a second. Prospect. There. All right, I can make this way too complicated. So this is going to go right. I will say this: I love Lucid Chart, and what because it's the least painful of these tools for drawing everything, but it's still not perfect. All right, so this is going to actually, it's kind of like a read situation, but I get caught up in it look pretty. Wait, it's not bigger. It's like it's always something, right? So, okay, yeah, this is right because it needs to have this memory. Like, what did I send? What did I do? And then you have your message repo, right? So the intelligent engager is going to bring this together and say, like, okay, it's been a week. And whatever, and let's just let the AI. This is what AI can do, and it will be mind blowing in this process. I'm certain that this is going to be like, like I got to say this. Is this guaranteed to go get you all the sales and the deals and all that? I don't, who knows? But but this is the right way to do it. Meaning, like, if you do this, you're going to 10x whatever you're doing today. If it doesn't get you the results you want, it's because you don't have a good product. There's no market. You're not. There's something wrong. That's not the engine, right? It's the gas. It's the fuel, baby, but it's not this engine because this is insane, right? It's like, okay, now I'm gonna, and there could be rules like, hey, make sure that you don't message people more than an average of 3 times a month over. This is mind-blowing. Anyway, so yeah, I'm excited. I think this feels like the map to me, and I'm gonna figure out this last little line so it doesn't look so weird. See, this is what happened. Like, oh my god, I'm moving all over the place because I just can't get the handle quite. Okay, let's go. Let's get the arrow, and then see, it's like it's there. It is. I hope I got a new arrow. I know I shouldn't be like around with these. It's so funny. This is what I get. Okay, now I got it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna make it a straight line. But it's so interesting because see, it wants to be, and there we go. I want it to be pretty. This is a challenge here, though. It's actually HubSpot is feeding this, so I need a new arrow off of this. But how do I get a new arrow? Doesn't want to behave. It like wants to go. Okay. I like it. Yeah, so next up, I'm gonna need to figure out like when I get into my next show, I need to start getting back to my like sponsors. I like this format with my like face at the bottom. I'm digging on it. I just need to figure out like resources. Oh, sure. What else could I share? You can share documents, but it does some weird stuff. A whiteboard. There's PowerPoint as a background. Clips. Oh, that's what I need to do. No, is I just need to record like a little clip of me like, it's XYZ, and then share that. Okay, got it. I'm excited for today, and hopefully everybody loves this show and get some real value out of it. So bingo. This is exciting. Next, hopefully soon we'll be seeing this in action. And how do I